Last time on the Scalloping Crystal River 2020 Part 2, Captain Mitch Roe got us out on the spot. We found a few scallops and ate them there on the boat. And then on the way back in, we had a really cool dolphin experience.
Is that? Wait a minute. That's what we came in on today? I mean, the dock?
No, we're on the other.
We're on the other side. Oh,
Yeah, over here.
So this is later that afternoon after we went scalloping. Captain Mitch offered us a good deal on a sunset cruise. And I tell you, I'm one never to pass that up. Every opportunity I get, I want to go. So we met him back at the dock probably about 30 minutes before sunset. And we started easing back out to Crystal River. And he took us out to a spot where he usually goes. You know, Captain Mitch is very knowledgeable about the area. And that's one of the cool things about him is on the way out, he taught and showed us different things about the area, Indians and different things in there.
So what did our captain say about the weather?
We didn't talk about the weather.
Captain, what do you think about the weather?
Okay.
I think we're good.
Think it's going to be good? It's going to go north?
Oh, no, this is what I said earlier about so many people
Well, coming in and out.
coming in and out.
I mean, they got cameras and everything, and I'll get a good look at whoever.
Okay, don't let us forget.
Okay, guys, we're going to do this week's giveaway, and it's going to be another koozie. Good times koozie. For the question, it comes from our last live video. And I said that I was going to try to start something new, be turning out my normal videos on Wednesday at 6 p.m. And then I was going to try to do a live update on what day of the week at 6 p.m. You know, I do my normal videos at Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I said I was going to start trying to do a live event on what day of the week. Leave a comment below.
Actually, they shot it in the river, and then ran it over here and tried. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, we'll do it quick.
How can we help you, Captain?
Huh?
Anything we can help you with?
No.
I mean, really? Where do these shells come from?
They say the Indians ate them.
Ada?
No.
Ate all the oysters.
Okay.
Mom.
It's changed. Pushing all the spots.
Yeah.
I nailed it.
I know how you call them oysters on the half shell. Scallops on the half shell.
Somebody left their hammock over there. Hammock.
I'll tell you what's neat after you get a good storm or good hard cold front or even a hurricane, come out here on this island afterwards and walk this thing, and it'll just be slap full of glass. I found them old lamp bottoms and stuff on it, like
Wow.
the old depression looking glass.
Yeah.
It's actually an old
Like the houses that set low out here, it wouldn't take much water. Like a lot of these places are,
oh no.
like the marina's only a foot above the parking lot's a foot.
Oh, you get a spring tide in there.
I
and it's
bet.
over the dock.
Is it? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I hate going in there and clean fish because it'll be halfway off.
Skeeters. Look at there.
Find of a lifetime.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I imagine you get out of this little breeze.
Yep. Oh, it's like a little. Yeah.
See back in that little high section in there.
Uh-huh.
That's where that orange grove is.
Wow. That's interesting.
I'd say grove, maybe a dozen trees.
Called and
No,
Setting her down.
unbelievable.
it was like what?
65.
65,000.
65,000 what they
Yeah,
We all were
shows
like
on the property
crazy
appraisal.
ridiculous, going, oh my God, y'all could have.
Yeah. No, didn't put on the keel. It rode. It had to be like right where the worst part of it was. The keel caught it, and we rode it out. Rode over it, and it hit it on coming down the other side. I was blessed. That's all it was. It was like cost me like $800 props.
Jim on the boat.
Just me and another guy,
Oh.
2 dogs.
I thought it was 3 of you.
No, just 2. Yep.
We got the GoPro. We got the captain.
Oh, that'll work. That'll work. You ain't got to hold it. Yeah, it's right there.
We know, like before the storms even come, you can smell it in the air, and you can see the water change. And it's not that the storm's on the water yet. You can see the water change, and people think you're nuts.
Just like
But
that.
if like this right there. That's the rain
That's
right
it.
there. That's the line right there coming in. And people think you're crazy, and it's like, no.
We're part of a group that puts on a big flotilla, so we have to constantly watch the weather.
Oh yeah.
And we get them afternoon thunderstorms that blow up right there. We'll get on and we'll say, all right, it's coming. You got about 10 minutes, and them idiots will be drunked up, because we pull a stage out into the lake.
Yeah.
And we have a band on it, and it's a blast. But man, we've been out there, and like she's saying, this wind will blow up, and they don't anchor each boat. They anchor one boat, and then they all tie to it, and that whole thing starts shifting. Woo, people in the water, it gets scary real quick.
You see it coming, you know it's freaking coming, guys. And we
Hunker
start
down.
packing that, but we have a lot more work to do, but they're still out there.
We may skirt the edge of this thing.
It might, yeah.
Yeah, we're not worried.
Yeah, it's right over we're right on the edge of it. Yeah, it's gonna be right over us here in like no time.
It's going over.
And it's skirting us.
It's
It's
moving us.
like barely skirting
Oh,
us.
but look, yeah. Look.
Unless it builds back here, but it don't look
I
like
don't
it's
think
going
it
to.
is. I think it's all.
That's it for tonight, maybe.
All right, we're good.
So after the storm, every time it's usually beautifully calm. There's no boats out there, and it's like with some of the nicest evenings usually, because it's usually afternoons.
Calm after the storm.
It's calm and very nice.
After storm.
But no, I'd say the last 10, 12 years, we've picked up a snook population that is just phenomenal.
Wow.
I think I was telling you this morning, a lot of them have got into places where I had good redfish spots, or and now the snook have went in there and beat them up and run them off, which, like I said, that's not a bad thing, bad problem to have. But, and we've got I don't know how well known it is, but we got a pretty good tarpon population up here, when they come through in May and June.
And how do y'all normally fish for them?
Out on the flat, like where we were today, just inside of us.
You just float them or look for telling, or?
Well, we look for a lot
Well, I
of
guess
them
they'd
rolling.
be telling. They'd be rolling.
Yeah, they'd be rolling, and you float a crab to them.
You pretty much fish almost year round up here then,
Absolutely. My time has got, I used to go by the calendar, and now it's all seasons. You know, we're moving from scallop season into bull red season, and then from there into off, you know, near shore grouper season.
Get a look into the island.
After near shore grouper, you get into after the near shore grouper, you get into sheephead. You know, rocks out there on the spawn, and then after sheephead, February, March, you get into big trout.
Oh yeah, spawn, so. I bet with that grass out there, that is.
Yes. Yes.
I bet that's amazing.
And then after trout, cobia and tarpon start showing up, and then you're right back into scallop season.
Yeah, it's about over us. Tide, what's the tide? Is it dropping out or?
Dropping out.
So, Cap, what do y'all normally charge on your half days and whole day charters?
I do a half day charter, and that's going to be an inshore. Obviously, the near shore grouper stuff's got to be a full day. But inshore, redfish, trout, snook, two people's $350. I'm about middle of the road, and I think we're a little bit under what they are in Clearwater, Pinellas.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and then it'd be up to 4 people, and anybody over 2 would be $50 per person over 2. And then a full day we'll do $450, and then the same thing, anybody over 2 would be $50 up to 4. So, and it's a good day of fishing. And our half days, you know, if we get to the point where it's almost time to go and the fish start biting, we're not leaving. We're gonna stay, and we're gonna.
Oh, we not noticed that today. We hung around till we pretty much had our feel of it. So you do some sunset tours too, I guess, as we're doing?
I do. I don't advertise it. I mean, it's just something that, hey, can you take us out here? Yeah, we'll do that. And it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy coming out here and telling a little bit about the history that I know.
So we're on the West Coast, and so we obviously have sunsets over here. Yep. So there are some pretty sunsets, and definitely a good place to be.
And each one of them is different. I've never seen one the same.
Ain't that something? Yeah. So you said earlier, being that you were born and raised here, you would, during high school, as soon as you got out of school, you'd be out here.
Oh yeah, we had a little John boat with a 4-horse Evan Rim kicker on it. And we'd come straight from high school. It'd be in the back of the truck, along with our guns in the gun rack at high school. But we'd come on down and put in there at Pete's, and we'd run around there and catch bass in the Crystal River. And we even entered a couple tournaments. You know, and them guys with the big bass boats, they'd laugh at us until we fished with them a couple tournaments.
Wait a minute, you said guns in the rack?
Oh, guns in the rack at school, yes, and nobody ever said anything.
I too came from an area where we had guns in the rack. It's hard to believe looking back.
So much has changed. I can't.
You taking a picture of us?
No, I'm looking. I gotta go turn this camera.
Yeah, we're trying to get.
Come here.
We're missing the great shot here. We're just gonna be in.
That's all right.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, we got some more, so we get a little bit lower.
Oh, look!
Oh, I was in it. I was already in it.
And then we're gonna get Captain with us. All right, come on, love. Come here, Captain.
So we spent the last few minutes there after we missed that little rain shower chatting and talking about things growing up and what have you. Then I turned on the camera and for this time lapse, and it turned out pretty nice. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind. And if you hadn't subscribed to the channel, do that. Do it now. Also, remember that bell notification, and you'll be notified of videos. You can have a chance to win. Next video, we're going to move up to them Western North Carolina videos. Got that whitewater rafting and We got several kayaking trips on the French Broad River. So y'all come on back. You know it's gonna be a good time.